Way up in the north, where the candy canes grow, and the rooftops are blanketed softly with snow, the elves were all busy. The sleigh was in place, and magic was swirling through Santa's whole base. The reindeer were resting, each tucked into bed, with blankets and cookies and dreams in their head, all snoring and snuggled, content in their stalls, except one young reindeer who zipped through the halls. It was Scoot, full of energy, zooming around. His wheels left a trail on the snow-covered ground. He popped over puddings and bounced off a bell. He skated past snowmen and slipped in a well. The elves ducked for cover. The cookies went splat. He whizzed past a cat in a toppling hat. He twisted and twirled through a garland or two, then launched off a ramp made of leftover glue. "Scoot!" cried the baker. "You flew through my pie. You've tangled the tinsel and flung it sky high. You flattened the fruitcake," the toy elf declared. But Scoot only grinned as he zoomed down the stairs. And Santa appeared in his long woolly socks, with sprinkles all stuck to his beard and his box. "No scooters indoors," Santa bellowed with might. "You'll crash through the sleigh and spoil the night." Scoot's wheels slowly rolled to a pitiful stop. His antlers drooped low with a sniffle and plop. "I just want to help," he said, quiet and small. "But nobody needs me. I mess up it all." That evening, the sleigh bells rang loud and clear. The elves gave a cheer. It's delivery year. The sky twinkled bright with a peppermint gleam, and Santa climbed in with his sleigh-ready team. But suddenly, snow! It spun fast and it flew. It swirled and it howled as the blizzard winds blew. The sleigh became buried, the roof iced in white, and panic broke loose in the glow of the night. "Let's go," Santa called. "Time to rise and away." But not one of the reindeer could stand or obey. "We're stuffed," groaned out Dasher. "Too many pies. Our harnesses won't even fit on our thighs." Blitzen had frosting all stuck in his beard, and Dancer was dizzy and mumbling weird. "We're grounded," cried Cupid. "We can't lift a hoof." Then lightning struck Scoot with a marvelous poof. "I can do it," he cried. "Just give me a chance. I've got speed and I've got holiday dance. My scooter is swift and I know all the ways. Let me be Santa's new sleigh for the day." The reindeer all giggled and rolled in the snow. "A scooter for Christmas? That's silly, you know." But Santa just paused with a twinkle of thought. Perhaps it's the gift that the North Pole forgot. "Tinker, Tilda!" he roared. "Bring your bright tools! Let's build Scoot a sleigh that defies all the rules." The elf twins came bounding with gadgets and flair, and bubblegum glue tangled up in their hair. They bolted on candy cane rockets with care. They added a turbo and antler-shaped flare. With ribbons and gears and a peppermint dash, Scoot's sleigh scooter sparkled in one final flash. "Now go," Santa cheered as he handed the sack, with gifts tied up neatly in one sturdy pack. Scoot fastened his helmet and gulped with a grin. Then off through the clouds he went, zipping within. He whooshed over rooftops and looped through the skies. He zipped past tall chimneys and snowmen with ties. The presents flew gently from sleigh to the floor, each sock and each truck landing right at the door. In Paris, he twirled. In Peru, he did flips. He swooped into Sydney and Tokyo trips. In Boston, he bumped into Grandma's old chair and barely escaped with a pine cone in hair. But soon came a rattle, a pop, and a wheeze. His scooter let out a spectacular sneeze. "Oh no," Scoot exclaimed as it started to sway. "I still have 10 stops and no magical spray." He pulled from the bag a long licorice lace, a glue stick, a spring, and some frosting in place. He patched it with gumdrops and lollipops too, then tied it all down with one golden shoe. When you opened, you could see what was in there. The scooter revved up with a peppermint puff. The boosters went zing, and the sleigh felt more tough. "Hold steady!" cried Scoot as he dashed toward the west, with cinnamon courage and marshmallow zest. He danced on the rooftops, he twirled with a spin, he dropped off a puzzle, a hat, and a pin. The final gift dropped with a soft little cheer, and Scoot sped back home with a grin ear to ear. The elves clapped and hollered and jumped in the snow, while fireworks burst in a candy cane glow. Santa came forward with jolly delight. You saved every child on this magical night. You didn't give up when the boosters gave out. You've thought on your hooves, that's what you're about. You've shown us that heroes aren't always in flight. Some roll on two wheels through the cold, frosty night. The reindeer looked sheepish, still stuffed full of cake. They wobbled and cheered for young Scoot's lucky break. They hoisted him high with a whoop and a shout. Let's hear it for Scoot, our new scooter scout. Now Scoot leads the warm-ups and scooter-style drills. He teaches the herd all the scooter-born skills. They wobble, they crash, and they learn how to steer with helmets and streamers and loud reindeer cheer. And Santa? He smiles with a mug in his hand. The world's full of wonders we don't understand. One little reindeer with courage and heart just scooted his way to a fabulous start. Now every December, the North Pole prepares for scooters and sleds zooming down snowy stairs. The elves hold a race and the snowmen all judge, and Blitzen avoids every fruitcake and fudge. The polar parade ends with Scoot in the lead. He waves to the crowd with his peppermint steed. A banner unfurls in the crystalline air. Be bold, be brave, be you everywhere. And somewhere tonight, if you listen just right, you'll hear a soft buzzing up high in the night. Not hooves on the rooftop, but tires that sing, a scooter with sparkle and sleigh bells that ring. So next time you wobble or tumble or fall, remember that greatness can come when you're small. You might not have wings or antlers of gold, but kindness and courage are brighter than bold. And Scoot, he's still zooming with joy in his heart, inventing new rides with his elf twin sweethearts. What's next? Only Santa and Scoot really know. But whatever it is, it'll sparkle and glow. The snowflakes still twinkle, the magic still swirls, and scooter tricks echo through North Pole whirls. So hold on to wonder and dreams that feel wild, because change often starts with one scooter-bound child. And if you feel different or left out one day, just think of young Scoot and the path he did pave. He didn't fit in, but he flew far and true and saved Christmas Eve with a wild zoomaloo. So raise up your cocoa, your helmets, and light, and toast to the ones who shine brightest at night. For magic's not quiet, and heroes don't hide. They zoom, spin, and sparkle with scooterful pride. Then Scoot takes a bow with a candy cane cheer and whispers, "Just wait, I'll be back next year."